That's why people think they're doing well. That's called delusion. I could go walk over to Skid Row in downtown LA. I could go take a fucking e-bike there. And I can go walk around and I'm like, I'm the best. The presupposition is there's not a single person on this earth that doesn't have a mindset problem. There's not a single person on earth. I want you to try to disprove that for me. Is there anybody that you can think of that doesn't have a mindset problem?
The Dalai Lama. I don't know what I would change. Yeah, this is kind of sometimes can be quite hard. Don't know what I change. I'm pretty positive, can-do person. I've done some mindset stuff in the past. Okay, brilliant, great to hear. Did it help? It did. Didn't realize how much negative self-talk I did. Yeah, lots of that. People have that, to be fair.
That's so,
So
yeah, you're
what's
not
next
really
for
gonna
you
get,
now that you've removed that block? So I was
she's
struggling
just,
a little bit on this one.
yeah, she doesn't, so instead, you gotta, so basically, you gotta be careful with your questions. If you say things like, did it help? The likelihood of them saying, yes, it did is gonna be high. Yes, it did help. That means, so basically, if it's yes, it did it did help. There's no doubt in their current process. There's
Mm-hmm.
no there's no problem. She's getting more confident and less in pain, which is not what we're trying to
Well,
do.
so how would you like if I did like how would you answer that one back? Okay, brilliant, great to hear.
Hmm.
But what would you have said next?
So what she scroll up? What did she say? I'm a pretty positive, can-do person. Have done some mind work stuff in the past. So I would say that's great. Yeah, I would say that. Good acknowledgement.
Hmm.
I would say I don't know what she didn't say that she didn't say that she couldn't change anything. There's nothing she would change. She didn't give you a straight answer. She says I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
So I would say, yeah, it's pretty common to not know what you would change. Self-awareness is tough, or it's hard to be aware of those things. Mind if I help you find something?
Okay.
Mind if I help here to see help you find something? Sure, why not? Cool. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and then try some different angles, and then
Mm.
find what's the difference between where you are now and like what's a 10. Well,
Okay.
I think I could be a little more confident. Oh, tell me
Hmm.
about that. Then you
Hmm.
pull the thread, expand it, expand it, expand it,
Explore.
expand it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I
Yeah,
can get you.
I remember specifically a sales call in mindset where the guy was genuinely
Mhm.
doing really good in life, very positive, high tone guy. And I say, get on the call. Like, so if you
Yep.
change one thing about your mindset, what would you change? He says, man, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Like, I feel like I could always improve. What could you improve on? I don't really know. He's like, I hopped on this call. I said, why'd you get on the call? Well, because I want to be like, I see guys like Alex Hormozy and all these guys are doing really good. Um, and I kind of want to be like that. What's the difference? So differentiating, what's the difference between you where you are now and like an Alex Hormozy? Well, I guess he starts listing off all the things that aren't like him. And I say,
Hmm.
so out of those, what's the biggest one? This one. And I say, so tell me about that. And then I start going goal, and then, where he is, goal, where he is. And I start moving that, and I work it, and I work it. And eventually the problem starts to become more real, right? It
Right.
reveals itself.
So what you're doing is you're reframing it to someone they want to be or have high aspirations. If they're
Not
struggling,
reframing, that's not the word. It's
okay,
it's differentiating.
differentiating, okay,
Yeah.
between that, and then you're then, if they're struggling to come up with the problem or,
Hmm.
yeah, okay.
Here. So this
Yeah.
girl, this is her. Is this the one that said she doesn't have anything?
No.
No,
Mm.
who was the other one? Whatever her name was. So she says, I don't think there's anything I would change. I've worked on myself. Okay, if you took her, because right
Mhm.
now she feels great where she's at. But if you took her and put her in a different room full of people with 10 out of 10 mindsets, what would there, how she wouldn't feel good, right? Like maybe
Mhm.
she'd start to spot the differences Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Because she has no comparative model. She can't compare against anybody because she's isolated.
Mm.
That's why people think they're doing well. That's called delusion. So here's the if okay, I could go walk over to Skid Row in downtown LA. All right, I live I live in Hollywood, so I could go take a fucking e-bike there, and I can go walk around, and I'm like, I'm the best. Oh my God. And because comparatively I'm going against crackheads, I'm I'm amazing, right? My mindset's great in comparison to them. But then I go take my, right down the street, I go to Beverly Hills to the Billionaires Lounge. Now, comparatively to them, I am nothing, right? Do you see?
Hmm.
And
Yep.
so you only know there's a problem if you have something to compare it against with.
Yeah.
You see that? That's why
Yeah.
you get into masterminds. So everyone here should outgrow this place, be the winner in this mastermind, and then go to a next mastermind with people that are just a little bit above them, and then go to another mastermind with people a little bit above them, and go to another mastermind with people a little bit above them. You
Mm.
shouldn't be the smartest one in the room.
Yep.
That's what's happening with her, is she
Right.
doesn't think she has anything wrong with her because she hasn't compared it against somebody who's killing it.
Hmm.
And here's the thing also, Marie, there is not a here's the belief you need to have. It's called a presupposition. The presupposition is there's not a single person on this earth that doesn't have a mindset problem.
Yeah. True.
There's not a single person on earth. I want you to try to disprove that for me.
Okay.
Is there anybody that you can think of that doesn't have a mindset problem?
Nope.
You.
Who?
What are you?
Me? Oh no, I'm a fucking wreck sometimes.
The Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama. He kissed those little boys. Give me another one.
No, there's no one. Everybody has something.
Yeah, there you
Everybody
go.
does have something. Yeah, they do. And which is kind of frustrates me because I'm like, fuck it, you do. How do I
Yeah,
get you
exactly.
here?
So your
I know
questions
they're
need to be able to
bullshitting
create
me.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single person, because every single person, before you had
Mm,
this body, you had a different body. And then before that body, you had another body. And before that
mm,
body, you've had hundreds of thousands of millions of trillions of bodies you've lived in. And all of
mm,
those bodies died. And all of those bodies, when you died, created trauma. And so you think you have this lifetime trauma. Oh, when I was 4 years old, my mom hit me. That's not your trauma. Your your trauma is when you
way
blew up a
back.
fucking galaxy and you got trapped for 10,000 years. And that's your trauma.
Hmm.
You guys
Okay.
don't actually you got to like take your viewpoint and expand it to like how long you've been alive. And then people pop into a body here and don't have no mindset problems.
Yeah.
So I call that, so in my mind work that I do here, we call that a theedy weedy. It's somebody who's in a delusion about themselves.
Mm. A lot
At
of them are.
least you can be honest with yourself, like, look, like I really lack the confidence that I need to go forward. That's a
Mm,
more able being than somebody
mm.
who's like, I've never done anything wrong. I'm always right.
Okay. Yeah. I do
You
get
know,
them. And
theedy
just,
weedy.
I know, I get them. Mm.
Yeah.
So this one, I think I
Yep.
would try not to doubt myself all the time and maybe not overthink everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Elias,
kind
did
of
you
a
have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I'll
hmm?
let Mary wrap.
Sorry.
And I just had a
Yeah.
follow-up question.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So I
All
said,
good.
okay,
Don't worry. I miss these
mismarriages as I
messages.
did because I somehow went into my unread and never saw it. So anyway, I went back on her. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Do you think it affects your business and personal life? I think it's a little bit
No, that's a
too,
yes or no question.
yeah. And
You
it's
would say,
too,
how do you feel like that affects your business?
wow. Okay.
Not business and because you're complicating the thinking. It's hard for
Okay.
me to answer that because you're now asking me about two things.
Two things. So one only.
And you're asking me, do you feel like it does? So now I have to give a yes or no for two different
Yes.
areas.
So no.
That stalls it.
So more open questions. I think, yeah.
All
Mm,
open-ended questions.
yeah. All
I
open-ended
very rarely
questions.
ask a yes or no question.
Yeah.
So, thanks for
So
sharing that. How do you feel like that affects your life?
here, let me just edit it there. I can't shit. Maybe I'll say, what would you say back? Or would you just leave yours?
How do you feel like that's affecting your life right now?
Affecting EFF?
A,
A.
affecting.
Affecting your,
Affect and the effect are two different things
yeah, affecting your life.
right now.
Okay.
There you
Okay. Sorry, Ilias. Okay, go ahead.
go. Nice.
Not at
Thanks.
all. We're here to learn from each other, get support from the Grandmaster. So I just had a follow-up questions about what was discussed earlier when Mojgan, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, if not, forgive me. Just about how digging deeper into the problem. I'm in the middle of obviously dealing, just getting consistency and messaging, but also
Mhm.
defining the messaging itself.